When I moved from Ireland to New York to follow my dream in fashion, I started working with Sam McKnight. So he had his own products as well, worked very much doing hair for like Fashion Week for Chanel, Fendi, all the top kind of brands that you can imagine. He also was very famous for Kate Moss and doing Princess Diana's hair. But, you know, he really pushed me to like discover kind of like my talents in fashion and understand that kind of world, which to me, that really excited me. But it was kind of working backstage, working with models, understanding like how poor scalp health was. There was nothing really there to help scalp health and educate people on this problem and how that was actually affecting your hair performance and your hair long term. We wanted to create something clean, taking a more holistic approach to the scalp health with the various different oils. So traditionally, hair product is made through a heat process to allow oil to pass into water. It was burning off the efficacy of the oils, taking away the nutrient level. Well, how do we retain efficacy here? How do we allow oil to pass into water? And so it was a hyperbaric chamber with cold air and 1,200 pounds of pressure. That allowed us to blend the ingredients together without losing the efficacy. To perform well, it had to have this new process, but also be backed by science. So we've done Princeton studies to understand how the nutrients and the ingredients within the various products actually remove 95% of sebum and buildup on the hair and the scalp. We have the essential system, which is really your first step to scalp care and your scalp routine. And it is a detox, a cleanse, and condition. Your scalp oil that you put on your treatment, your pre-cleanse, then you shampoo and then condition. And recently we've come out with an extension of this range. So we have our restorative range, which is a scalp renew, a hair mask, and then an apple stem cell serum. So one pre-cleanse and then one post-cleanse. Really incredible for slowing down the aging process with the scalp so that you get a much longer life cycle out of your hair. The apple stem cell is incredible for cell rejuvenation. So as the scalp ages, it loses the ability to hold moisture, and that's what leads to hair becoming brittle and much finer as we get older. When the hair grows, it is dead protein. There's only so much we can do to fix it when we see it, but really what you need to do is think of it from the beginning and, you know, obviously avoid as much heat as possible, but it really is about treating the scalp so when that hair grows, it's much healthier and stronger. Your hair does not actually tell what gender you are. You can't tell if it's male or female. Different products for men and women, that's just a marketing play. Our products are definitely, we set out for it to be gender neutral. We've also realized that it's women buying it for men as well. We're starting to definitely focus a lot more on men coming up. We have a stimulating collection coming out later in the year, which we will focus a lot on men. Every brand is coming out, you know, with different packaging solutions to be more sustainable. And in the past, that had been a luxury, where now it feels like if you're a new brand starting, it's a have to have. It should be part of your ethos, part of your DNA. No one had ever gone back to the beginning and challenged how the product was actually made. And so with 390 degrees of heat, you also are using a lot of energy. So with the cold process method, we use 90% less energy. So that was kind of the starting point for us. We were like, well, how else can we do this other than packaging? My dad has always had a business and he always said to us, do not have your own business. So I honestly never thought I'd have my own business because of that. But one thing, my dad just always pushed and pushed no matter what was happening to his business. And growing up in Northern Ireland actually was pretty tough. And I always am so thankful for my upbringing. And even though if you were to look at it from the outset, you might not think it was that great or whatever, but definitely my parents have given me the tools to fight for things, to really push and be ambitious. I think that's probably the one thing I've really learned from them. It's never too late. It's absolutely never too late. You know, I moved to New York and started a whole new career when I turned 30. And, you know, a lot of people fear that. And I'm always like, no, you can never fear that. You always have to believe it's your time, your journey. And I now understand that I wasn't meant to be in all these other places years ago because this is my journey. This is my path.